wondering if I'm ever going to get an award. Well, I get the award as being the only guy to ever work for the Oakland Raiders and the Oakland A's at the same time when they left. Will I ever get to have the dysfunctional award for 2025? And I'll throw it out there. If any of you want to avoid really bad PR and you want to move a business out of California, I've kind of become an expert in that, so I will lend my services to you if you need help leaving California and not making everybody angry. I can help you out with that. All right, our next award is this is a great story. We're going to bring up Bill Head to take care of this story because our next one is, I wouldn't be able to do it justice.
That's not entirely true. With the contract we have with Chris, he has to take one award off every hour. So this is the one that he had to take off. And I'm happy to step in and introduce Jan Weisberg for a Coach's Recognition Award. As Chuck alluded to, this event has grown, and we try to honor people from this valley that do great things. And we have so many athletes and coaches that leave the valley and go on to do great things that it's hard to not leave anybody out. So if you have a person that you know is doing something great in baseball outside of this valley, we would love a text or a phone call because we want to honor the people from this valley. And I'm honored to honor Jan Weisberg, who graduated from Midi and played for me in 1987, played in San Jose City for the legendary Barry Woodhead. Went to Kentucky, played for the legendary Keith Madison, stayed at Kentucky and coached 5-6 years, built a program at Birmingham Southern College in Birmingham, Alabama. And I stay in touch with Jan and a lot of the players, and I just follow his success building a really good Division III program that you guys would all be proud of. Just kind of an old school, a lot of love, a lot of hard work, and a lot of success. And last year, in the middle of his season, Jan and his team got the message that their school was closing on June 1st after 168 years. Not the baseball program, the whole school. And their team was having a decent season, but maybe not up to their standards. And after that announcement, the team took off and made a regional, won the regional, made a super regional, won the super regional, made the College World Series, came within a game of the final game, and probably they didn't make the final game because half their team got food poisoning the night before. The story took on a national spin, and a documentary is going to be made about this team. And we have a 2-minute clip trailer for the documentary that I think sums up why I'm really excited that Jan was able to come back. He's now the head coach at Valdosta State in Georgia, and he came into town to be here at this wonderful event. So enjoy the video, and then we'll have Jan come up and accept his award.
Birmingham Southern College announced yesterday it's shutting down after 168 years.
This whole thing has been very political.
This loss hits our community loss as well. Birmingham Southern's baseball team have to think about what happens next.
Before we heard the news, we were 13-10, we were 6th in our conference. This was not a team that was going anywhere.
We might not get into the tournament. This might be it.
They had nothing left to play for. They didn't even have school.
The kids are in town for a funeral.
It might be the end of everything.
So pack the car and dry your eyes.
Let's shine a light on this campus. Finish strong. Now go enjoy it for you.
Are you kidding? And do you believe?
Your coach tells you your school's gonna shut down, and it's almost like something clicked.
The doors may be closing, but the final chapter has not been written. We're going to the World Series.
Winning a national championship. I think that would be the greatest final chapter we could write.
My mother was an alcoholic. Baseball showed me what a family was.
Grace got 2 little kids, but he's a guy that a lot of guys look up to.
You're a basketballer?
I can't deal with this. There's just too much going on. It's really hard. Coach.
BSC owns the land, we own the home.
We got over $100,000 of equity here. Don't know if we're getting any of it.
As of right now,
A strong wife makes a great coach.
Just found out that 9 of our guys woke up with food poisoning. Anson's about to go to the ER.
We're going to be the ones to close up shop. Birmingham Southern.
It's very larger than sports.
I have to tell you about the story of the year in baseball. Maybe the story of the year, just period.
The rally cry is not done yet. Fans nationwide are on board with
lifted the community.
This baseball team is all we have left.
How do you want this story to end?
Best thing about this is I get to take the field with you guys one more time. I love you and I trust you.
Special recognition for Jan Weisberg. He's coaching from Georgia and Alabama, but he's from San Jose.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you for the committee. This honor to be recognized by this association means a lot. Just reading through the program there and all the names when I was growing up of the guys that I looked up to and the guys that I played with, and just in this community that know about, it truly is an honor. It was kind of cool this summer. Rickwood Field hosted the Classic the weekend that Willie Mays passed away. The game of the Cardinals, and it's 2 blocks away from the campus that had closed. And in the middle of that, I went over to the game and I saw this little kid sitting there. I was in the fan area right outside, and I saw Lincoln Glen Little League, where I had played. And I just went up and embarrassed my sons and went up and said, "Hey man, is that Lincoln Glen, San Jose? It was the green." And he said, "Yeah." And I told him that I had played there, eons ago. But it was pretty cool. But yeah, it's great to come back here. With the exception of recruiting, and it was 13 years I was at Kentucky, not 5 or 6, but appreciate that. But with the exception of recruiting some California guys, I haven't been back much. To get back here and just see some people, could get back to Mitty, was a great thing. I did play Lincoln Glen Little League, District 12 champs in 1981. Yeah, show you how old I am. Sam Jones is still coaching, and now I think it's a field in his honor. But big thanks to Don Ortizzoni. Saw Don earlier. If it weren't for Don cutting me my freshman year, I wouldn't have gone to Mitty and played for the best coach in Northern California, Bill Hutt. I got to play for Coach Hutt, played for Barry Woodhead, and those two guys probably, and along with playing in Northern California, prepared me for success in the SEC more than anything that I learned once I got to Kentucky. No doubt about that. I had the best 2 summers of my life playing for Chuck Blair, Santa Clara Red Sox. I was on his first team. A great group of guys, and appreciate you being here. When I saw that he was going in, it was even more special to me. A couple of my good friends are here. Guys I played with at Mitty at City College, Dave Prasenko, Doug Thurman, who's now scouting with the Mets, Tom Myers, who's now scouting with the Cubs. And playing in NorCal, and what I learned from Hutt and Wood, like I said, prepared me for success. A special place in my heart for Hutt, because he and I know I could have gone, 1 or 2 directions in life, and I kind of was a turning point. He kind of saved me. I tell people that all the time, that probably the reason that I'm in coaching is because of him. We had built a Division III power, and this cloud had been hanging over us, and leading these guys on this tough journey was not just a privilege, I would say, but the highlight of my career. And I would say it's honoring them. And I've had several speaking engagements since and things like that. And I just want all the light to go on these guys. Our program is built on some premises. When we get there, the first thing we do every year is we talk about our guys. There's 3 things in life that are either in your life right now or they're knocking on the door, right? It's pain, uncertainty, and there's hard work. And this, wasn't knocking on the door. This came in and slapped them in the face. And we just asked them, and we gave them a pretty good plan, man, just show up, dive in, but hang on. And it was awesome to see in this day and age of kind of the me mentality or the transfer portal and we were having a subpar year. We had won 10 conference championships in a row, and we're sitting at 13-10 with this cloud over us. And they had every opportunity to just think about me, cash it in, what am I going to do next, go to the next place. And they did. They dove into a different place. They dove into each other. And for me, I think, put on an absolute masterclass of togetherness and team. And things that in this day of travel ball and transfer portal, like I said, I think have kind of gone out the window a little bit. Hey, just know that a little piece of Northern California is living strong in the Deep South. Finally, I couldn't be here with my God, my wife, Alyssa, who was a rock for me during this, my players, but most importantly, the coaches from Little League on up, from this very room in this area that poured into me and fueled this passion for this great game that we all love. Thank you all very much.